Greetings and welcome to our 2020 predictions here at Words About Games. I'm your host, Amy Alexander. I'm joined. Are we all doing this? Nope, that's the wrong way. I'm joined this week by Keith Robinson, Russell Hayden, and Mr. Moody.
Toss a coin to you, Witcher.
You bastard. Oh, it's going to be a good year, guys. I feel it. It's going to be a good year. What were we doing? Oh, yeah, 2020 predictions. So we're here to do what we do every January. We're going to make wild and probably inaccurate predictions about what's coming up in video games across the year 2020. Each one of us is going to make 5 predictions. We're going to take it in turns to make one, and then go back around, snaking, as it were.
You forgot the little side game that we have every year, which is trying to figure out which of the batshit crazy predictions that Russell's made is actually going to come true.
Oh, yeah. 100%. I mean, I hadn't finished explaining all of the rules yet. Mr. Moody doesn't know about the bets. I didn't want him in advance. So...
What bets?
Exactly.
Do one have to get naked, do I?
No, no one has to get. No one has ever has to get naked.
Good.
Yeah. So we're each going to make our predictions. Everybody has. He put his finger up again.
I'm sorry, Tom did get topless once.
He did, but that wasn't anything to do with predictions. That was just me and him having a back and forth about The Last Guardian.
Fair enough.
I told him it would happen. He told me it wouldn't happen. He bet me. Completely independently of anything. It was when actually, in fact, it was when Tom got topless that I decided it was probably best if I took control of the forfeits, in case because it seemed like they would get out of hand really quickly.
Yeah,
which is fine. I'm happy with that. I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'm the one who has to do the dancing.
They're a bit more
stream.
mellow now. Yeah, which is nice.
They were a bit extreme in the beginning.
They started getting a bit extreme, didn't they? Got
Yeah.
sort of built up on over the years.
It was always a one-up thing. So
Yeah.
how it works is everyone's got one bet. The 4 of us have. I've got Patrick's list. I'm standing in for Patrick, who gave me a list. He couldn't be here.
I can't wait for you to accept every bet. Go.
No. I decided it was best not to give Patrick a bet because then I would have to make a bet for him, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So there are 4 bets. Everybody has to bet against something at least once in the interests of balance and fairness. You bet against whatever you want, whenever you want, and then you pick a number. I've got 4 forfeits written out here, and then we see what ends up happening in a year's time.
Yep.
That's the only rule. Other than that, we're going to go in the order of the reverse order of the standings from last year.
Oh, me first. Woo woo.
Well, Moody's going to go first, as I was going to say, because he's
new, isn't he? So he was like 0 points. Okay.
He's new, so I figured I'd let him go first. The order doesn't matter. I can see all of the lists. No one's going to snipe anyone's predictions. That didn't actually happen at all this year. Like, nobody gave me a prediction. Actually, not once, but it was to Patrick. It's like nobody gave me a prediction that somebody else had. So, and it's quite an interesting and diverse list. So, without further ado, and before Mr. Mooney has a chance to start singing again, why don't you kick us off, Mooney? What's your first prediction for 2020?
My first prediction is Ghost of Tsushima will be a PlayStation 5 launch title, but it will come out on the PlayStation 4 just like Breath of the Wild did when that came out. I think they're holding it off. They're saying summer. I think they're gonna, when they had their proper reveal event, they're gonna announce that it's a launch title. They want a big exclusive to go toe to toe with Halo.
But Moody,
Totally
they've got Godfall. They've already got Godfall. They don't need anything else. They could just launch with just that, right? Like, that game totally made such an impact on everybody who saw
Godfall?
the trailer. Exactly.
Yeah, I remember what Godfall is because it looked kind of cool. It's like Renaissance era guys going to an island with like wood demons and stuff to try and find a plague cure, but it's totally colonialism.
Yeah, I still don't remember. You've not a description.
That was a game
Okay.
once. It was a
That's fair.
looter slasher, I think they said. Like they just came up with that concept before, because Diablo didn't exist. Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Oh
that's
wait,
the
no, I'm
first
thinking
one.
of Greedfall.
You are thinking of Greedfall. I didn't want to correct you. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And that already came out like last last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking it's like, was that a PC exclusive or something?
Russ, these are always good. What's your first prediction?
All right, so Evil Genius 2, don't remember the second part of it, comes out in August this year. And that's all I got for my first prediction.
August.
It's on the list at Fantasy Critic, and so it was just like, well, still to be announced. All right, August it is. It's announced.
It's announced. You've announced it. That's it. It's coming out. If you manage to get 5 points this year, that will be interesting. I always root for Russell's lists because they're always crazy, and I think if they all came true, that would be the greatest year of that would be the greatest E3 of all time. Keith, you go next.
Yes. I believe that Hellblade 2 will get a release date announced for 2021. And if you haven't seen the trailer for that, go. It'll get Coin for Your Witcher stuck out your head because that music's awesome.
No, if you play it with it, and then it's just perfect.
Do you think it syncs up?
Probably not, but it'll be weird watching it.
I'm going to try that. I'm going to tweet that after we've recorded this. I'm going to try it, and then I'm going to tweet, and I'll let everybody know how that is. Because I think they're about the same length.
The original track's like 8 minutes long, so no.
Not the original track. I'm just talking about the Senua trailer.
The trailer, yeah.
Which, yeah, that was something to see at like 8. Not 8, at like 2 a.m. Like, that was, yeah, that happened. It's me next. I think a sequel to Judgment will be revealed. Not come out because Yakuza's coming out, but I like that game. I finished it last night. It's got the greatest credit sequence of all time, which is something I've never thought about in a video game before. But the credits in Judgment, 10 out of 10. The rest of the game, it's a solid 7. But yeah, no one else has played it. I'm going safe with my first one before I go insane with my second one. And next, it's Patrick. Patrick. I guess I'll read Patrick's. His first prediction is that Sony announces a new subscription service to compete with Game Pass, possibly rebranding PlayStation Now or PlayStation Plus, or rolling them into a single service as part of a rebranding. Which seems reasonable. I can't really comment on why you would predict things because I'm not Patrick, but
yeah,
I mean, a competition with Game Pass could be important. When I went to see Knives Out at the cinema the other day. The first advert that played was a Game Pass advert, which is like, I remember going to the cinema a couple of years ago and it was just PlayStation everything, and now it's like, oh, that was cool, like a Game Pass advert.
It's going to change next year. Or this year, should I say.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've got Game Pass for 2 years. Right, that's everybody. No bets, so we'll move on. Round 2. Mr. Mooney, what's your second prediction for 2020?
An Xbox exclusive will be nominated for Game of the Year at Jeff Keighley's Game Awards.
Yeah.
Because if I'm pretty sure it's no Xbox exclusive actually been nominated at all, I believe. But I know it hasn't been for at least a good 3 or 4 years. When they've only been, 5 years now?
Yeah, it's been like 4 or 5 years. I don't think we've ever seen an Xbox exclusive.
I know everyone was wanting Gears 4 to be nominated, but it wasn't.
That, yeah.
Halo Guardians wasn't. And obviously Gears this year wasn't either, so...
I would have loved it if Laura Bailey had won the award because she left like halfway through to go play a D&D game, and that would have been amazing.
About that. She just walked out of the Game Awards, turned up on a stream. It was just like, yo.
In the dress, and like, oh, I've already announced it. Just like smiled, nervously going, wait, no, they haven't. And then they had someone checking the phone just to make sure she hadn't been nominated. She hadn't won. It's just like.
I was a bit on this prediction when you obviously sent it me because I've read them all before, but I was like, and then I was like, oh wait, hang on, the games that Xbox are coming out with this year, the games that they potentially are coming out with this year, because I think they're intending Hellblade 2 to be a launch title for Series X.
I think Hellblade is probably going to be 2021.
Oh no,
but
I'm not confident.
Sorry.
I wasn't confident enough to bet against it.
No, I'm just saying I don't think Hellblade is going to be done until 2021.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be their 2021 fall game.
Yeah. I'm kind of. I've already said that's a prediction of mine of what, and I'm sitting here thinking it's like, what have we got coming out this year? They've been working on Infinite a long, long time.
Halo.
That's the thing about it. Yeah, I think Halo has a chance
Yeah.
to get nominated because I think they're pushing a lot on that and they're very hyped for that. So I can see it getting a lot of love.
I don't know. Not because of the quality of Infinite. I think Halo Infinite's going to be really good, but I look at this year's lineup of games and I'm like, in any other year maybe, but with the games that we looks like we've got coming up, it's like, yeah, maybe it gets squeezed out. But again, it's like Keith's Hellblade prediction. I'm not confident enough in my opinion to bet against it. Russell, what's your second prediction?
Second. Oh, I get my Tunic comes out in June. Nice, simple, straightforward.
It's the little fox dude in the Zelda-like game. We saw it at E3 2018. I can't say last year anymore. We saw it at E3 2018, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, it's a game I would probably look forward to playing. So when I saw the name and I was scrolling through some lists, I was like, ooh, yeah, that's definitely going to be coming out this year. And I'm thinking it's going to probably come out in June, obviously around about E3 time.
And it's available right now. I
Maybe.
didn't put that in the predictions.
No,
No. There's a thing. Me and Moody have been talking about Ghost of Tsushima on podcasts for a while, and I've got this crazy theory about when it's going to launch, but I didn't actually put it in the predictions. So I was like, it's not actually going to happen. Keith, number 2.
Yes. A Critical Role video game is announced.
All right, this is I'm betting against this one. Ooh. Just get my bet out way done. This is it. Going against this.
Okay.
This is a
nope. You need to pick. Russell, pick a number between 1 and 4.
5. 2.
The loser must read an essay of no longer than 1,000 words, composed by the winner on a live stream or in a video. I should really add or in a video in case of logistics, but yeah.
But it's just reading. That's cool.
It's just reading. Where was that Critical Role video game announced? Do you want to talk about that at all? Because
well, it's like all of the cast of like Critical Role are A, voice actors. B, they just had the world's most successful Kickstarter ever, raising literally like
I heard about that.
And that's for this year, yeah? That's not for like
No. This was for an animated series based on their last campaign, which has now been picked up by Amazon for a second series, like quadrupling the amount of money they got behind it. And I didn't say a AAA game or anything because I'm expecting a very small indie game. Yeah. Also, I am kind of expecting Sam Riegel just to do a bit at the beginning of one of the episodes announcing a Critical Role video game this year.
Fair enough. Critical Role is the one with Matt Mercer and Laura Bailey.
Matt Mercer is
Travis
the DM.
Willingham.
Travis Willingham, yeah. It's those voice actors who are now... They have their own company which produces just geek shows.
Fun fact.
Called Geek and Sundry.
Matt Mercer was in Judgment. I watched the credits. Because again, greatest credits of all time. And so his name pop up. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I don't know if... Yeah. Okay. I'm just thinking it's like someone's going to bet against this. My number 2 prediction. So I've gone for safe. And now I'm swinging wildly in the opposite direction.
Leave that to last me.
The Breath of the Wild sequel will be out by the end of 2020.
I will bet against that.
I knew someone was.
Damn it!
Yeah, I was probably Damn. Maybe I should have waited.
You said, "Oh, I'm going to get mine out of the way," and I was like, "If you waited one more, I'm going to have everyone fighting over this." That's why I put it second because I was like, come on, bring it on. Okay, pick a number 1, 3, or 4.
1.
Okay, this We'll have to work this out. The loser must stream a game to completion of the winner's choice within reason. It has to have an ending.
Yeah.
Can I have 3 then? Or 4? As long as I don't have to stream.
I mean-
because I can see the bugger. I can see the bugger coming out now.
Yes.
The Witcher,
Oh,
the
that's
Wild Hunt.
Don't.
Don't
Wow.
dare.
Holy shit. Don't worry.
All side quests.
You have to do everything.
I said
No,
complete.
that's fine. Yes.
Just to give you a barometer of where we're at with that, Russell has to complete Cuphead, and Keith has one of these from me from last
Plus
year, but I
another
haven't
game.
decided what to make him stream yet because I've been really lazy with it, so I need to get on that this year. Even if you lose, this might not be a thing for another, for years. We're very lazy about cashing these bets in. Okay,
Missed
Patrick's
opportunities.
second prediction was that the UK government would introduce legislation regulating loot boxes and or microtransactions.
Mm,
So they did the parliamentary hearing last summer, which is where the whole surprise mechanics meme came from.
Yeah.
There was a published paper from the committee which recommended that the government should implement safeguards and regulations over loot boxes and microtransactions, but because Brexit, election, nothing's really happened with that yet.
Yeah.
I suppose it could probably get done this year for sure.
Maybe.
There's
be
a
like
chance.
sideline.
I can see it
Be like,
happening.
A tiny little bit of text somewhere, just like, yeah, this has been done, and
It was in.
you
Yeah,
have to
was
go
it-
search for it.
It was the episode me and Patrick did. It was in the Conservative Manifesto.
Hmm.
'Cause me and Patrick covered a story about it on the podcast last year. So it's possible that
Yeah.
there's something might happen. I've just realised what's next. Okay, let's circle back around for round 3. 2 bets have been taken. I've got a bet left. Keith's got a bet left. Mr. Moody, what's your third prediction?
Dino Crisis Remake will be announced at E3 and will come out January 2021.
I'm
I
going to
have
take a
Dino
bet on that one not happening.
Didn't I have a Dino Crisis prediction a couple of years ago or something?
I think at one
Yeah,
point
but then
we all
Resident
have...
Evil came
Yeah.
out instead.
It was Resident Evil instead.
Yeah, because I changed my mind, didn't I?
Yeah. So, do you want to pick a number, Keith? 3 or 4?
4.
This is the new one. So there was you'll see. The loser must reenact a game plot of the winner's choosing on stream using action figures.
I may need to visit your house, Amy, unless it's
That's
something to
fine.
do with Ruby.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They don't have to be. They don't have to be the correct action figures.
I was gonna say, I mean, I could probably do Castlevania with some actual miniatures. I mean,
Yeah, I was quite inspired by
yeah.
when I wrote that. I was quite happy when I wrote that one. I was like, yeah, this is
There
something.
is-
Good.
There's a thing of Chris Perkins reenacting the plot of Dice Camera Action with sock puppets, which you need to watch at some point.
Fair enough.
It's
But
got to
no,
be a sock puppet now.
I've known Mr. Moody long enough. We've talked about video games long enough. I knew this was coming. Even when, as soon as you were like, "Yeah, I'll do this predictions game," I was like, "Cool." Well, at some point, he's going to predict Dino Crisis.
I've been predicting it for E3 for the last 3 years.
This could be your year.
Hey, that sounds familiar.
This could be, yeah, because that's how Russ got a point for Soul Calibur. That's how Russ got a point for Command & Conquer. That's how I got a point for Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Sometimes persistence is the key. Not
Keep
being
the
good at
team
making
alive.
predictions. Russell, what's your third prediction?
My third one is KSP, and for those that don't know, is Kerbal Space Program will come out in March.
Kerbal Space Program 2.
Yeah.
Yes, specifically 2. Yes, obviously, because the first one's already out.
Okay. Yes, I know nothing about Kerbal Space Program.
I know the launch trailer music was by M83 because I listened to a lot of their music since then because it's a good track.
Obviously, it's already been announced, and it's slated to come out spring, So everyone's figuring it's going to be out like March, April sort of thing. So I'm going to hedge my bets. It's March.
It's one of the only like games or game franchises or whatever where it's like, I bow to your superior knowledge. If you say that's a thing, I'm not gonna bet against you because I don't know shit about Kerbal Space Program.
I could add something else onto it, but I'm not going to because it probably won't come true then.
Yeah. So you've learned the lesson that some of us have had to learn the hard way or haven't learned yet, which is keep them simple.
Yeah, I'm looking at my third one now, going.
My fourth one ain't simple, I won't lie.
my last one, I could give Keith a run for his money on fractions. Keith, what is your third prediction for 2020?
As I've just said, mine's a dual-parted one, but it involves death. I think we'll see the death of the 3DS and Stadia this year.
I don't have a horn. I used to have a horn for this.
Has it already been announced?
No. Thank you. Bet.
Right. Are you betting the 3DS never dies?
I think the 3DS is never going to die, but specifically, I don't think Google are going to kill Stadia off that fast. So I would very much like to bet against that. And since there are no numbers left, I get number 3.
All the bets me.
2 of them have, yeah, you're right. And then there's the bet you made. So yeah, you're pretty much involved in everything. You're the Russell of 2020, as it turns out. Just wait till you hear the forfeit. The loser must learn 3 Fortnite dances and perform them on a live stream.
Cool.
The dances are chosen by the winner. Now, bearing in mind, I thought I had a lock with our last Tussle last year, and now I've got to do some Just Dance songs on a live stream. I'm not confident. On the other hand, this could just be my revenge.
Yeah. Like, for example, the slap for Tom, even though I've not performed that yet, in the ice bucket. So,
yeah, and like the t-shirt thing between the two of us, it's like everybody
the t-shirt thing between the two, yeah.
What goes around seems to come around on these prediction specials. It's hard to remember because we only do them once a year, but
Well, there's a place we could go and rewatch them.
I mean, I did. Every year I rewatch the old one. But yeah, no, I don't think 3DS is just gonna live forever because Nintendo is weird like that. They still sell it in shops. It's crazy.
I know. I was but all of a lot of the marketing is going out to the Lite, the Nintendo Switch Lite, which is going to be very much their next model.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to see like a rollback on all of the stuff that's coming out for the 3DS.
I think Google's stubborn enough to just keep the fucking Stadia going, at least the full.
Well, they've got enough
full,
money
yeah.
to, haven't they? So it's not
As
like they're going to be hating themselves.
My third prediction, since it's my turn, Sony will return to E3, either on stage or with a booth at the show itself. I did say this one already a couple of weeks ago on the podcast. They're either going to do a show like
Can
a
we
big
have a
blowout.
second bet?
No.
Because I
No, I put Breath of the Wild where I did for a reason.
You knew I would go against that one.
That was the bait.
I'm tempted for that one. I won't lie. Because I actually don't think they are actually going to be at E3.
I would bet against that.
I'm not 100%.
I don't think it'll be on stage. I wouldn't put it past it. Just put a booth.
Maybe put a booth in. Yeah, maybe.
That's why I added that part at the end because
Nintendo did. Nintendo put a booth in, but they didn't have no conference.
Yeah.
They might not have a conference, but
They have a treehouse.
They've got a. They just call it the PlayStation Treehouse. But yeah, it's like they've got to get all the people playing all their PS5 games somehow, somewhere. So I think they'll do it at E3.
It is. It's called having an event a week before E3, and then they get them all there for a couple of days.
We already had this. We already had this argument once.
Take all the E3 money.
As long as it's not some sort of stage performance where people are wandering from one exhibition hall to another.
I felt so sorry for that pregnant woman.
Oh yeah, the that E3.
Yeah.
But I was fine with that because then they revealed Resident Evil 2. It was good.
Yeah.
Patrick's third prediction is something from Rare's back catalogue will be ported to Nintendo Switch. So like a Banjo Kazooie Perfect Dark, something like that. Those were the two examples you gave me. And again, Conkers that would probably not fit well on Nintendo Switch. I'm surprised that Nintendo ever released that game. Okay, all bets are taken. Everybody's safe now, so you can be as crazy as you want to be.
That's why I left these two to last.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't touching those two. Mooney, number 4.
EA will announce a Mass Effect Trilogy remaster / remake at E3, and it will have everything, DLC, etc. But on top of that, it'll have a new ending for Mass Effect 3 with a release window of 2021.
Wow.
Keep it simple.
So basically, collector edition, game of the year, like game of the year editions for all 3 games in one bundle. I can see.
Ultimate Edition.
They've already redone the ending once for Mass Effect 3.
Well, that was a patch. I wouldn't say they redid it.
I don't know. They
did.
They added an ending and they added dialogue. Yeah. Yeah. This was one I read when you sent it to me, and it just like I was like, first part, I was like, oh yeah, cool, and then it just like second part, all right, good. Third part, fourth part.
Nope.
It's a good prediction. I like it. I like it when people just fucking swing for the fences. Like just throw it all out there. But no, like that would be cool, man. I'm surprised they never remastered it in this generation.
Well, they were never interested in remasters, they said, and now they've come out and said they are interested in remastering.
Yeah.
So everyone literally thinks they're going to do Mass Effect, Dead Space.
They see if they did Dead Space, that'd be cool.
That'd be good. That's
right.
Yeah. But yeah, though, like BioWare needs some goodwill as well. So
That as well.
Russ,
I had and deleted so many like Dragon Age things.
I played Dragon Age Origins like 6 times.
Inquisition, loved it.
But nobody talks about Anthem. Russ, what's your 4th prediction?
My 4th prediction is we will have another Caliber announcement game for probably 2021.
Interesting. I'll have to add that. You didn't add that.
No, I didn't put a date on it, but it's announcement. So usually when it's announced, it's okay.
I ain't touching that. I ridiculed him. I ridiculed him.
It'll be for 2021. Because if I just said announcement for like normally I'd say because I like to keep it simple, so it'd be like announcement for this year. But then it'd be announced, but then it would be out for this year. Yeah. So probably safer option to go for 2021.
It's coming out in the future. Like what I mean by I'm not touching this is I ridiculed you for an entire year when last time you did this. I'm out because it happened.
It happened.
I'm out. I'm not ridiculing you.
Now, so I guess maybe
I've learnt my lesson when it comes to marking your predictions because one of these is going to come true at the very least.
Maybe.
Hell, you might have exponential growth. 3 of these might come true this year. Keith, you're number 4.
Nintendo 64 collection available for the Switch.
That's fairly solid.
Yeah, I think there's a chance for that.
Yeah.
Watch this, we're all wrong.
That's what's fun about watching these videos a year later. You go, what the fuck were we thinking?
It's like, why did I not think that to release every single game individually as a purchasable download?
Yeah.
That's the 2 things I can think that would happen. 1, to release a collection of them, or 2, to release all of them individually for like $3.
Probably just be like individually, because some people won't want to buy.
It'll be Switch Online, right? You get games with your Switch Online subscription. Do you think they'll release a controller? This isn't going to be part of your prediction. Like, you're not going to get dog points if they do or don't, but
it would be this is Nintendo. They do a lot of different peripherals and stuff. Like, some of them where you're just like, what? So if they do release the N64 games and stuff, I can see them releasing a controller, but not if they do them individually as a download.
I don't think they'll do the controller. I think they'll just map out their 2 dongle stick things.
Joy-Cons.
Yeah, that's it.
The dongle sticks. That's what I'm going to call them from now on.
Can't remember what they're called.
Joy-Cons.
Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Yes, they bring you joy.
And the cons, which are...
Controllers.
That's
That part I get. My fourth prediction: The Last of Us Part 2 will win Game of the Year at the Game Awards ahead of Cyberpunk 2077 and whatever other contenders there are. One of them will be Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk's got a lot of hype behind it, but I think it's because it's shiny and new. And I think The Last of Us Part 2 is going to be a better, well-received game.
It's going to be God of War against Red Dead Redemption.
It's going to be God of War versus Red Dead again next year. Like,
Red Dead arguably the better technical achievement, but with what it did with what God of War did with its heart and rejuvenating a complete new character.
Yeah,
I can see that happen again.
Yeah, I think it's a very similar setup, and I think Last of Us Part 2 will just resonate with people. Well, like the critics, because they're the ones who vote on Game of the Year. We'll just resonate with them more than Cyberpunk. I think both games are going to review insanely well, but I think Last of Us will edge it at the Game Awards.
Patrick?
Yep. That's me. Patrick's fourth prediction. Nintendo announces a new, more powerful Switch model. Did it again. That was the one he
There's
did.
been rumours for that.
Yeah.
Switch
Pro, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Like, I think the rumor is, like, I don't know if that's what it's called. That's what people are just calling it, like, as short.
Yeah.
Switch Pro. But that's his prediction. His original number 4 prediction was that they would bring in 64 games to the Nintendo Switch, but Keith got there first.
Keith got there first.
So knocked that one on the head, and he came out with Switch Pro. I read a rumor that it's going to be 4K. Someone thinks it's going to be 4K, or there's a rumor that it's going to be 4K.
No,
I have a feeling that if there's going to be a Switch Pro,
it's not portable.
it might be non-portable. Like the Switch Lite is you can't dock it. I think the more powerful console, maybe it's just a console. And then you've got the
kind of,
you've got the original model, which is both. I mean, the whole reason they called it a Switch was because you could do both. And if they have two models that don't do both, then you got to ask yourself why they're even calling it a Switch. But yeah.
Maybe they're switching it up.
There we go. That was bad. So, number 5s. I hope everyone's got crazy predictions lined up. But I kind of already know what they all are. Mr. Moody, what's your 5th and final prediction for 2020?
I believe the PlayStation 5 will be cheaper than the Xbox Series X. And I'm willing to go on prices here. I think the PlayStation 5 will be $399 and the Xbox Series will be $499.
Holy shit. Let me just put that in there, so I don't forget.
Yeah, it seems like a safe bet. At least in terms of being cheaper anyway. Who knows about pricing, but
remember when we all tried to guess the price of the PSVR and we were all horribly wrong?
What were you all thinking it was going to be?
Yeah. We did a podcast once and it was just like, we were so far out, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, we were kind of so far off on the Switch as well when we were hearing what if that was before we saw it.
Well, going off like what
we all ate humble pie.
Did.
Going off like what all the industry insiders say, they all believe it's going to be the same prices. I just don't think it's going to be that. I think PlayStation want to come back in the same prices they did with the PlayStation 4. I think they'll take that hit for how expensive the console could potentially cost them for the first couple of years and get the software out better.
Fair enough.
And then create like a what are we on now? PS5?
Yeah.
A PS5 Pro or a PS5 Ultra or something along those lines.
That's
in order
definitely going to happen, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's just a thing that we have to accept as being a thing now. Like, they're going to have mid-generation console updates and more powerful things. I mean, I'm sitting here I'm looking at an Xbox One X going, accept it's a thing. I have one.
Come out with that.
I have one. I have already accepted it. But yeah, that's just going to be a thing now. Especially with the Xbox Series X being it's just Xbox, and the Series X is just the Series. I wouldn't be surprised if they announced a second console between now and whenever the hell it comes out next year. Russell, your fifth and final prediction, if you please.
All right, Command and Conquer announcement. Whoop whoop. Simple as that. So I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I'm not touching that one.
I want to gain that. I don't know where it comes in, whether it's for next year or for this year. I want an announcement for Command and Conquer game.
I want it to be an
Untitled,
actual...
so it could be Command and Conquer Red Alert, it could be Command and Conquer Tiberian
Could be anything.
Apocalypse,
As
or it
long
could
as it's
be
Command and
anything.
Conquer.
As long as there's Command and Conquer in the name, don't give a shit.
I want it to be an actual Command
And not
and
another
Conquer
fucking
game.
mobile game. I'll put that on there.
Yes, thank you. Because I want you to be right about this one, Russell. I love
And
those
not
games.
a mobile game.
I've always wanted Russell to be right. It's just, historically, I always used to mock him because he used to predict things that were crazy. And then what happened
He
is
dreams too big.
the games industry
His
went
dreams
crazy.
are not meant for this world.
As the person who was sat next to him
Did I
on the
get-
live stream where they
Didn't
announced
I
the
get a
Command and
Super
Conquer.
Smash Bros as well at one point.
No.
No. There was something about Super Smash Bros, wasn't there though?
I'd have to go back a long way, but it might have been an E3 thing.
So it was it was a trailer, like an advert right at the end or something.
Yeah, no.
Anyway.
Funnily enough, the predictions you get right stick in my head. I don't know why. Keith, your fifth and final prediction.
Amy loses her shit to Bloodlines 2.
I have questions.
Yes, what is it losing one shit?
Losing that shit, how?
Intense emotional reaction.
Positive or
To the
negative or both?
Well, I
Neither.
am. This is not a game which I can see Amy playing and not having a strong emotional reaction one way or the other to, because how much she loves the first game. If they mess it up, she will probably sitting right there rail and hiss and scratch at the air with her nails.
Yeah, you probably...
If it goes really well, I'm not gonna see her for a long time.
Is this sort of like a main character dies sort of thing?
I mean, from what I've seen, Bloodlines 2 looks to be like a lot like Bloodlines 1. You make your own character, you delve into the world, you are a vampire.
You're like a character from other series, and
You pick one of the houses. They're not houses. What are they?
Yeah,
Clans.
Bloodlines, the clans, yeah. Toreador, go back the answer. Yeah, I don't know that much about vampire. I do remember there's a few different houses: Toreador,
don't know.
Gangrel.
But I mean, you're right. Like, I can't argue. I'll have a reaction to this game no matter what.
Yeah.
It's genius. It's a genius prediction. And I laughed. I laughed very much when you sent it to me.
Yeah. Yeah. If this is a mech game, I'm wondering what on earth they've done, because it was such a massively potent one. I was expecting you to go, no, redo that one, but
No, it's fine. Like, we've never done a prediction. One person's never predicted something about another person on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where this goes.
It's like me betting like Russell that he won't like Kerbal Space Grabbing 2. It's like
that you'd lose that bet, my friend.
and it's like
You'd lose that bet.
you might get it, and going personally, I prefer Civ 5 to Civ 6.
No, it's gonna be gonna be far better. Far better.
So I'm glad
So
I didn't make that
Bloodlines 2.
prediction. But yeah.
This is where Keith predictions for 2021 are just all about us.
Yeah.
I've had enough trying to predict these stupid games and these stupid consoles.
I'm gonna predict your reaction to a specific game event.
Anyway, my final prediction for 2020. PSVR 2 will be announced at some point in 2020. It will be wireless. And it will have improved Move controllers. It was only 3.
Okay.
Moody beat me on number of components to a single prediction.
No, that seems like a legit sort of fair assumption for all the Hive.
Hive?
5.
5?
What's just
Hype. Index?
no, I'm thinking the
Forerunner.
what do you call it?
AI?
I'm trying to think of things from other games now. GLaDOS.
Skynet.
God, it's been that long since I've used it. I can't actually remember. It's the
It's a Vive, right?
Yeah,
Vive.
you've got a
That's
Vive. Yeah.
That's the
one I'm
first thing we said.
Yeah.
I was sorry, I was too busy in thought there because they
Yeah.
got the wireless one now with the new controllers and all the rest of it. So
Yeah, the Index. Yeah, I think like if you're gonna stay in the VR race, you're gonna need a wireless headset.
Oh yeah, of
Um,
course. Yeah,
I think Quest
I
has
mean-
changed the game on that.
still good to have one, but wireless is definitely
Yeah.
the way forward.
And a new console launch is definitely a time to double down on anything.
Should
Really,
have made a prediction for Xbox to rate one. Damn it.
that would have been a good prediction. I mean, I would have
Wouldn't
let you do it, but it wouldn't have been a good one.
I don't know what that new little Xbox blocky thing.
I
might be
mean,
powerful enough.
they did do that altered reality, augmented reality thing ages ago with Minecraft, but yeah.
Again, that was
That was HoloLens,
HoloLens. That was it. Yeah.
and you all said AR was going to take off, and I was like, no, it's not. And I was right.
AR has taken off, but not in gaming.
Not in
should,
gaming.
though.
It
should be
shouldn't.
better.
Like, well, how though? Like, what would you do? Like, you could have a heads-up display on your coffee table. Or
Yeah.
That's it. That's
whatever,
all I'm thinking.
but-
You know, board games and conferences and.
I ain't fucking wandering around my table to play Minecraft. Fuck that. Takes enough effort for me just to play Ring Fit Adventure, for God's sake. Patrick's final prediction of 2020. Someone will try to buy CD Projekt Red.
Nah, I can't say that.
I could see someone trying. Whether we find
No.
out or not. Like,
Nah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I could see someone trying to do it.
Probably
For,
someone asking that, yo, I want to own Cyberpunk.
so, yeah.
Yeah, some sheikh just comes out of Dubai and just goes, how much?
How much for the game
Well, I
company?
do it for football.
How much for The
$10
Witcher?
billion.
I'll
Well,
give you
they've got the right to
300
put
gold
it back
coins.
again now as they
Yeah.
negotiate with the writer.
They fucking timed that to perfection because I imagine if they were trying to negotiate that now, like,
Yeah,
it would be so much more money.
yeah.
I bet he's sitting himself now.
He's probably
He's
sitting
like-
there thinking, shit. This is like the
Fuck off.
biggest thing. This is like one of the
Just a couple
biggest
of
things on
weeks.
the planet now. That's it. We got all the predictions out of the way. 25 brand new predictions for 2020. We're all feeling pretty confident about them. And in a year's time, we can all sit down and do a video and laugh at ourselves for being so stupid.
Yep.
At least that's how the pattern goes. We have no primary objective because, you know, we're not trying to break someone's streak.
Yeah. And we can't topple the leader because he's not here.
He made predictions, so he's still
Yeah.
in the game. But yeah, he's not here. But congratulations to Parag for winning last year. Well done. The only thing I really want to see is I want to see Russ not finish last.
Yeah, I
feel
there's
bad for you
One
now.
occasion when I haven't finished last, surely.
Because
Surely there
what
must be.
happens is you always claim the moral victory. Because what you do is you finish last, and then
But I
but
get the
the
biggest
things that you
reveal.
get are crazy. Like,
Yeah.
we did that E3 predictions thing a couple of years ago at your house. I remember you got all the predictions that were pretty safe and sensible. Missed. Every single one missed. The bottom one, where there was going to be like what was it? A Star Wars VR game.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah.
You know, it was like a Star Wars Starfighter VR game.
It was I wanted a Star Wars game. It was I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like it was a Starfighter game for I don't remember.
And
It
that
was like
hit
I know
because it
was
came
add-on,
out as
was
a mission for
was-
Battlefront. It was like, Jesus. You got your craziest prediction. But anyway, that's going to do it. For the 2020 predictions video, we've got one more video as a group, which is going to come out later this year, where we do a fantasy video game league. How does it work? Don't know. We're about to find out. Say bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Wait, what? Dab?
Bye.
Dab?
Oh.